What is going on, everybody? Welcome once again to Movie Talk Live. My partner in crime is running a little bit late today, so hopefully my face will be entertaining enough for you for the first little bit of this conversation. Um, with that being said, though, the main topics for today will be discussing the first two episodes of Hawkeye, which honestly was probably one of my most anticipated shows of this year. It's definitely the most anticipated show of what Marvel has been doing because while I enjoyed relatively all of the shows thus far, Falcon and Winter Soldier is probably my favorite that has come out. They were all still good, but their stories themselves were so convoluted and different, which on one hand I can appreciate, but Hawkeye, it felt like it feels like it belongs in the MCU, at least from what the trailer did, because when we actually get in talking about the two episodes that came out when Jeremy gets in with us, I just kind of have mixed opinions on it. Yeah, like it was not a show that I really thoroughly enjoyed as I thought I was going to. Now, am I going to watch it? Yes, of course I'm going to keep watching it because, well, for one, it's only going to be 6 episodes, so what's the harm? And I'm not hating the show by any means. It's just my hype for it was so high that when I watched the first 2 episodes, I was like, okay, okay, I guess I was just a little bit let down. Hello, hello. What is happening? First comment, first here. Love it. Never miss a stream. How have you been? As I mentioned, I don't know if you were here, but Jeremy is running a little bit late. So we will like really get into the nitty gritty of things when he arrives here, which will hopefully be soon. I'm sure he won't be too long. Let me just turn this. There we go. I think that is better lighting there. But who in the chat as of right now has watched the first 2 episodes of Hawkeye? Because that is going to be a conversation as well as some pretty cool things that are going to be happening in 2022. I'm going to be talking about all the different content I have coming up in the future. There's going to be a very well produced video that is coming every single week next week. And the real exciting news actually is that I already have my entire 2022 schedule done content wise. It's obviously not recorded and all that, but my schedule is totally done from January all the way to December. Now, if people obviously like patrons, because I have a couple patrons want me to do a video, then obviously that just gets added in or I can take some away. But like I'm feeling pumped for what 2022 has to bring. And I'm going to wait and hold off on talking about what exactly is happening until Jeremy gets here because he's going to be actually be a part of it. I hope you guys like seeing Jeremy in Convo because he's definitely going to be around quite a bit more next year, more so than just in the live stream. So we'll be getting into that hopefully very, very soon as well. But if you guys have seen Hawkeye, as I said, let me know what you thought of the first 2 episodes because as I said, I was pretty mixed on it, and I was really excited to get into it. And what have you guys been watching this week as we wait? Just wait for the comments to roll in because I know there's probably a hell of a delay. Let's see here. Nobody can ever accuse Jeremy and I for being professional. That is for damn sure. Maybe we'll get there one day, but as long as we're entertaining, I think we are doing our jobs perfectly. Whoops. I can't wait to request my December movie review. The next movie will be challenging to watch. I'm I promise you I will get R100. You know what? I might even watch it tonight after this stream. We'll see. I'm gonna get that watched. I'm gonna get a review up before November is over. I'm cutting it damn close, but I will be doing that. And this once makes me nervous because your last two movies were kind of hard to watch in their own way. I mean, I rather enjoyed The Great Satan for what it was, but it's definitely not a movie I would watch again. But it was rather funny when I first watched it. Oh, The Raid is so good. The Raid is so good. Do you prefer The Raid or The Raid 2? Because I see a lot of people really enjoying The Raid 2 more, mostly due to that prison fight scene, which is really good. But The Raid, man, was my jam for sure. I love, and Edge of Tomorrow was really good too. Not a big on sci-fi, but what they did with the Groundhog's Day tale was pretty fun too. Not a new show, but I have been slowly watching Atypical and love it. Yes. Yes, I've heard good things about Atypical. It's one of those coming of age movies, like high school movies. Am I wrong in saying that it's more not on the raunchy side, but like it's more of an adult show than a teen show? Like, does it lean towards an R rating, or is it more so like a young adult or a teen type of show? I don't know. I haven't seen it. My December movie review is called Bad Black and Tubi. Another Tubi one. Oh, gotta love those Tubi reviews. Let me pull this up real quick. Well, it's got a if this is the right movie, it's got a 6.7 out of 10 on IMDb, which I always look at IMDb and not Rotten Tomatoes for my movie scores because I just despise Rotten Tomatoes algorithm. Yes, Raid 1. Yeah, it's just I feel like it's tighter because it is in one central location, and it really reminded me of Dread that came out in 2012, I believe, with Carl Urban was the remake of Judge Dredd. I mean, I'm pretty sure The Raid came out first, but I just watched Dread first, so that's why I'm saying it like that. The central location films really do a lot for me because it makes for tighter writing, better character development because your characters aren't all over the place in different sections of the story. So you focus having one location, you're able to focus in on the story that you want to tell. And that I really and the friggin' action scenes, man, is just incredible in the raid. And the raid too, but I'd go back and watch the raid personally. It's a show that's probably young adult. No R rating though. I'm only 5 episodes in. Okay. Okay. I've been actually I'm still trying to get through Dexter, guys. I really wanted to power through Dexter and try to get my review series out in order for the new show to come in, but I did not get it done. It was just the show's great. The show's absolutely great. It's just I can only binge so much of a show until I get tired of it, I guess. And I powered through 5 seasons in I don't know, maybe a month, maybe just under a month. Like, and compared to all the movies that I watched, or on top of all the movies I watched, it was crazy. I was just like, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, and that break turned into what felt like a vacation. Like it was crazy. Oh man, still no Jeremy. What am I going to do? Let's see here. Well, you know what? I will slowly get into what I want to talk about. So, starting in 2022, you guys are going to be getting 3 videos a week, which will consist of At the Movies will continue, and I will be on a tighter schedule with that every single Monday that will get released, where I review any number of amount of movies that came out that week, all in one video. And that is the one that's going to be, I'm not going to say highly produced, but it'll be better produced. And that is going to be coming out every single Monday. And then I'm going to have a type of talk show where I say talk show because, like I said, this is not professional. Um, where every single Wednesday, and it's just going to be called Movie Talk, super original, just straight to the point. And that will consist of my ranking videos, my top tens, my best and worst of blank. I'm going to be starting to do tier lists because tier lists seem to be something that people really enjoy. So I'm going to dabble into that. Top 5 best performances of a certain actor or actress, as well as I'm going to be trying to make a really good produced video celebrating the filmography of an actor or actress or director that has passed. And I've been actually getting a list of people that are on my Facebook group. If you guys are not part of Movie Talk Plus fan group, it is on Facebook. Literally type in Movie Talk Plus fan group, you will find us. And that is where I post a lot of polls, or I ask people for suggestions and everything. And they are able to come on and give us their input on stuff. Yeah, just movie talk, and it's just very generic but straight to the point, and it gives me, like you said, a lot of variety, opportunity to have a different bunch of different types of videos, but able to do different things with them as well. Yes, Alyssa is part of the. She's an admin actually on the Facebook group. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I try to do contests like um for the season. I try to do different tournaments like best Christmas movie, best Halloween movie, best horror slasher. Couple months ago now, we did best action movie of all time, and I did the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and then I did the top one of all of those, and then we determined one. And people sent in their brackets, and whoever got the closest was able to win a prize. Like I just try to keep it fun. I just love movies, love talking movies, so I just got to keep it fun. And another video that I'm going to be doing starting in 2022 is Throwback Thursdays. And I'm doing this for multiple reasons. One, because I think it would be fun, but also it's to showcase movies of the past that are either I find are hidden gems or are movies that I think have been forgotten and people are not really appreciating. Because let's face it, the best movie today still has nothing on the classics. Like movies that are made today are nowhere near as good, at least story wise. Because if you're going to talk CGI and all that nonsense, yes, of course, movies are better now. But from a story perspective, from a character perspective, like original films really aren't made that often anymore. We did get some this year, and we do get some sprinkled out throughout the years, but older movies are where it's at for me, and I just want to showcase the love that they deserve. Some of them are not going to be good, some of them are going to be good, and I'm going to try to do a mixture of some of my favorites that I watched growing up, as well as some films that I've watched for the first time, because I really don't get a chance to watch older films because I'm always watching new films and like different franchises in order to do a ranking video. So I feel like this gives me the excuse that I need to like reach out to these older films, to watch these older films and actually give them a chance like they deserve. So I'm really excited about that. And that is going to be every second Thursday. And that's all I'm going to talk about right now, because on the opposite of that, where you're not getting a Throwback Thursday, I'm going to be doing something else on Friday, and I really want to wait for Jeremy to get here to talk about that. But it's really exciting. My favorite year in movies is 1977. Okay. I can't even think right off by hand what movie has come out in 1977. But funny you should mention that, because there is a YouTube channel called Willis Screedia. I will type that into the chat so you guys know. Willis Screedia. There, that's not how you spell that. I just typed it into the chat. Oh, we have Jeremy, folks. Just 1 second. Jeremy is now with us. Let me just bring that up here. Hello.
And I'm your host, as always, Jeremy. Did I miss something? Oh, shit, I'm sorry.
Jeremy is with us. Jeremy's with us. A little late.
Hi, everybody.
But as I was saying, Willis Screedia is doing a series right now. He's actually on the August release, Best Year in Film, and it's 1999. And I'm actually showcased in some of them. I'm actually going to be showcased in the September version that is coming out, and I'm going to be talking about how I first saw Stir of Echoes, starring Kevin Bacon.
It's such a good movie.
Yeah, really good movie. So that's really exciting. Definitely go over there and check out that series and check out his channel, because he's an awesome guy and just loves talking movies like I do. And the 1999 channel or series is really, really good.
Yeah.
Boom, now we have Dale in the chat. What is going on, Dale?
Hey, Dale.
So, Jeremy, you didn't miss a whole lot. I was just talking about my really quick thoughts on the first 2 episodes of Hawkeye.
Okay.
And I did a little update on what is going to be happening in the new year, but I did not talk about what we're doing on Fridays. Now that you are here, let's dive into that. So, guys, as I said, every second Thursday, you are going to be getting a Throwback Thursday. But every second Friday, you will see Jeremy and I once again, not live. This will be a produced video, and it's going to be called Flick Flops.
I'm so
excited. Jeremy, explain what Flick Flops is.
Okay, so basically, Patrick forces me to watch shitty movies, and then I tear them apart for about 20 to 25 minutes. And Patrick barely gets to speak, and he has that face on most of the time. He's like scared, but like happy, but like still scared. And that's basically what Flick Flops is.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, it's going to be a really fun time. Jeremy and I tried to do something like Flick Flop. Well, it was Flick Flops. It was called Flick Flops.
Yeah.
Way back when we first started doing our audio podcast, and it was fun. It was fun to do. It got a little overzealous because we kept trying to do it live every single week.
Yeah.
And like that just got really hard to do. But with it being produced content, I feel like for us it'll be a little bit easier. So that is going to be happening every second Friday. So when you do not get a Throwback Thursday, you will be getting a Flick Flop on
Friday. Bam, bam, bam. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Do you remember when we watched Jaws 3? And I literally, the moment...
Revenge. Jaws the Revenge.
Yes, that it was. Jaws the Revenge.
Yeah.
Guys, for those that have not seen it, as soon as the credits started rolling, I literally just picked up my laptop like this and went whoop, behind my head. I'm like, I never want to see that again. The laptop still exists and does work, by the way. Yeah, no laptops were harmed during the filming.
Oh, I think it was harmed a little bit, but it wasn't killed off or anything.
No. Flesh wound. Tis
but
a wound. Tis but a flesh wound.
Oh, man. So I was telling them the exciting news also that I have my entire 2022 schedule in the books. It's all written down. It is fantastic. 3 videos a week plus a live stream, hopefully every Sunday. It's going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be so much fun. So
great. It's going to be so great. I was actually going through the list of all the Flick Flops because Patrick, as he just said, has everything planned. He's got everything scheduled out. So I've got every movie that we're going to do Flick Flops on for the entire year of 2022. And no spoilers, but there's a particular franchise that he is, I'm assuming for my sanity, sprinkled through like every 4 or 5 movies. He's got one, so I don't completely die inside.
I figured I researched. I was like, what is the worst franchise? So I figured it would be fun to do a franchise, and I don't know, maybe at the end of the year we'll do like a ranking of it. Maybe I think we're all going to be. But like I researched a lot of franchises, and this is the one with every single movie is it qualifies. And for a movie to qualify for Flick Flops, it has to be under a 5.8 on IMDb. Yeah. Like I said before, because Jeremy and I don't believe that Rotten Tomatoes exists.
No, Rotten Tomatoes do not exist in our particular universe. However, Shazam does.
What?
With Sinbad.
Oh, yes.
In the universe that we coexist in. Yeah.
Yes.
There's no Rotten Tomatoes, but Shazam exists.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, Shazam exists. Kazam with Shaq.
That was Shaq, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so, Jeremy, now that you are here, we got a little bit of the channel update out of the way. What did you think of Hawkeye?
What did you think of Hawkeye, since they all got to hear and I didn't? Just quickly, you don't have to over...
I am lukewarm on the show.
Ooh, okay.
I really enjoyed episode 1 a lot more than episode 2 as well.
I'm the opposite, I think. I think I enjoyed episode 2 more than 1.
Okay.
Are you of the camp that you don't really give a fuck what Haley Steinfeld is doing, and you want to see what Jeremy Renner's doing?
No. I'm all for Haley Steinfeld to take over. I want to see what's going on with her.
I don't think it's going to be a takeover, but no, I don't. She's not interested in taking over for Hawkeye. She wants to learn from him. It's going to, if anything, it's going to be a Batman Robin situation, and or that's in her eyes anyway. I think that's what she wants. The best thing about the show is the chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Those two, they could be sitting on a park bench reading a phone book to one another, and I'd be like, just ready, just sure, let's go. I'm here for it. I love that they brought in the Tracksuit Mafia, because that's a perfect level villain, so it doesn't get into we need someone that's immortal to help.
Real quick, that is one of the problems I had with episode 2. Not the Tracksuit Mafia in general, because I think they're funny. I think they're dangerous. I like them. I did not know who the boss was.
Echo.
At all. What?
Echo.
Oh, is that supposed to... See, I didn't know that. And then they left it as a cliffhanger. And somebody who's going in with like base level knowledge, I was just like,
okay. So
who the fuck is this?
So the actress that plays Echo is an amputee. She has a prosthetic leg, and she is really deaf, as is the character. Echo is deaf. Echo's power set, plainly, is same as Taskmaster's. She can learn any ability by looking at it, which is going to not be so compelling with Hawkeye, but would have been great with Daredevil.
Yeah.
you know? Or like even Iron Fist, or like someone that could, like, Jeremy Renner's great and all, Clint Barton's great and all, but he's just not.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Echo a hero?
Like Punisher's a hero?
Okay.
Some kind of anti-hero?
Here's my thought for the end of the show. Vera Farmiga's the bad guy.
Obviously. Like, it's so obvious.
She killed her husband.
Yep.
She killed the old guy from Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls.
Yep. That's where I know him from. Okay, okay, very good. Thank
And
you.
she's gonna kill her husband, who was obviously a red herring.
Yeah, hopefully she gets to him before I do. Anytime, that's my complaint. Anytime that motherfucker's on screen, I'm on my phone. Like, I don't care. Like,
And
he's too mustache twirly. I don't care.
like I could be totally wrong, but from where I'm sitting right now, it's totally obvious that he's a red herring.
Yeah, it's too
Like, they are
obvious.
just forcing it at us, and it's
Yeah.
obviously going to be Vera Farmiga, because we don't see the dad at all in the beginning of episode 1 after the people attack New York,
Mm-hmm.
and she's calling out before the building is even wrecked at all. Nothing. So he's obviously done before that. Norma's at it again. Norma Bates.
Yeah, Norma Bates.
Like, that's just where I think it's going to go, and it's going to give another level to Haley Steinfeld's character, and like they're not going to know what to do with that situation, and then boom.
What do you think's going on with the watch?
I have no idea. No idea.
Right? Do you think it's a Tony Stark watch? Like the watch he was wearing in the beginning, was it the beginning of Civil War? Or was it Winter Soldier? Where Bucky attacks and he just is in a suit, but he double taps his watch and it does the gauntlet. Yeah.
That was Civil War.
Civil War, yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it like an old captured Hydra watch that has secret Hydra things that make secret Hydra things happen?
I'm tired of Hydra.
That we'll be able to see in the, I don't know, 6 or 7 years from now.
Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what the watch is, and I had no idea what Echo was. The one thing the show is doing really well is it's balancing the line really well with action and comedy.
I think it was pretty light on action myself.
Episode 2 was. I thought episode 1 had a good amount with like the underground auction thing and her fighting, and then Hawkeye at the end. Although I don't know why they have to have her like
she's very vocal.
Very vocal when she's fighting, and it gets kind of annoying.
It takes you out of it. Like, I thought that when I was watching it, because everything's like hit, ha, ha, and I'm like, okay, so I immediately know that you're not. Like, if I was within earshot, I would immediately know that she's not Hawkeye.
Yeah, or a guy in general. And they're still like, come on, man. And I'm just like, seriously? Did you not hear her like just a few seconds ago?
Yeah, like that was an octave away from hee. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh man. Yeah,
I do like how the Tracksuit Mafia calls everybody bro, because that's straight from the comic.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I do like that too, though.
Yeah.
I found her, bro.
Yeah, I like the bro. How did it feel budget-wise to you?
Not as big as the other shows, but I feel like it's because it's more grounded.
It feels more Netflixy Marvel than it does Disney Plus Marvel.
Yep. I would agree with that. Yep.
Did you like the 2012 callback to Avengers Attack on
At the
New York?
beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cleverly used to tie in the story. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what's unfortunate though? Is most of those shots were brand new.
Yeah.
Even though the concept of the Battle of New York is old to us, that was all new material. That's not just reused shots from Avengers.
They did a really good job.
So
like with Hawkeye taking out that thing that was going towards her. Like, I remember that.
Yeah.
And then him jumping off the building. We've seen it from his point of view. Like, they did a really good job with that.
Yeah. So shout out to whoever did the CGI for that, because I know you're going to be not given the credit you deserve, because it was seamless. It just looked like we're getting it from different perspectives. The exact same event. So.
Yeah.
And that was 10 years ago. Almost.
That's so crazy to think about, man.
Right?
Wow. 10 years ago.
And how good Avengers looked.
Not much. Just watched Resident Evil in theaters again. If you're in the chat still, Dale, did you enjoy it? Because I'm hearing a lot of not so great things. I have not seen it yet. I'm hopefully going to be seeing it soon.
I haven't seen it yet. It's Robbie Amell, right?
Yeah, Robbie Amell's in it. He plays Chris Redfield, which is pretty decent casting.
Yeah, it's not bad. He's got
I'm
Chris
excited
Redfield
for it.
arms, so that's the most important thing about Chris Redfield.
He's already doing a better job than what Wentworth Miller did in the series.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, that was a rough series to get through. Man, oh man. I tell you.
Paul W.S. Anderson, everybody.
Yep. Baseline level director. Did you notice that I sprinkled in a flick flop that we've already done before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it'd be fun to talk about that one again.
Yeah, by the time we get to it, though, I'll be like, didn't you already make me watch this motherfucker?
Yeah.
Like, why did you do it again? I can just...
Yeah. The first movie we have up, though, we both, from what we remember in our memory bank, we both decently like. So I let us in a little bit easy.
We're doing my girlfriend's favorite movie. Well, sorry, her favorite superhero movie.
Oh. I think I know what you mean. Let me go to my list here quickly. I really hope Curtis and Kimmy come in the chat later because I want to talk a little bit about Christmas and Evergreen.
Oh, yeah. How's your Hallmark train going anyway?
You know what?
Not bad?
It's not horrible. First movie I actually enjoyed. Second movie I was like, they're definitely like, I'm watching them act. That's for damn sure in the second movie. But first movie was just a lot of fun. I feel like this could be a franchise where with each one I watch, in my mind, it'll just be getting worse and worse because it's basically the exact same thing happening.
Yeah.
And with it being a Hallmark movie, I don't think anybody is allowed to show any emotion beside like overly happy.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is kind of exhausting. But
how many of them has Kevin Sorbo been in so far?
None.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. None.
Did you get the list up?
I'm guessing it's
very colorful.
Yeah.
The director apologized for making it. And she was shocked that everyone hates it. I'm like, seriously, everyone that has seen this movie hates it.
Yeah, if I'm thinking of the right one, I'll say Arnie can't even save that movie.
Nope. Sure can't.
Oh, man.
Kimmy definitely wouldn't watch it because Arnie's in it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Can't wait. I really can't wait.
I can't wait for next year. Like, I got so much stuff lined up. I just don't want to say anything, but I just got so much lined up. It's so exciting. So excited. You're excited to get into flick flops? Yeah.
I love ripping shitty movies apart. Well, that's what I use flip flops for. What flick flops is supposed to be is us watching traditionally bad movies to see if there's any redeeming qualities about them.
Be a fan, Jeremy, not a critic.
Oh, but there's a reason they're bad movies. We have watched a few that weren't too bad.
Yeah. Paul W.S. I was gonna say Paul Thomas Anderson. I'm so sorry. Paul W.S. Anderson. Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Wasn't good. Wasn't trash.
No.
I'd watch that again before any other Resident Evil movie.
Ooh. Before any Resident Evil movie? Even the first one?
I might watch the second one. Apocalypse.
I like
first one, the story wasn't bad, but the CGI is devastating.
Hey,
like PS1 graphics.
The laser cutscene was...
Oh, yeah, it was dope. The laser cutscene was pretty dope. Yeah. Yeah, the gore in that was pretty sweet. I'm just thinking here. You know what? Let's just start up the conversation. Let's just get. I'm just going to give them a little taste of what to expect. So January for Throwback Thursdays, you get 2, and you get 2 flick flops. So for Throwback Thursdays in January, I will be doing Scream from 1996, obviously, because we're getting a new Scream movie.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it would be very fitting. And Stir of Echoes, because I truly think that is an underrated, maybe not underrated, underappreciated.
No, it's definitely underrated.
Yeah, you think it's underrated?
Underappreciated. Yeah, I think it's fantastic. It's one of my favorite movies. It's probably in top 25, top 30, maybe. Somewhere around there.
Are you Stir of Echoes or are you Sixth Sense?
Stir of Echoes. Fuck.
Yeah?
Okay. Fuck Sixth Sense. Fuck M. Night.
Honestly, I enjoy the Sixth Sense more because it's definitely more horror driven, where this one is more story driven.
Do you know what? Another movie that I liked, sorry to interrupt, but it was the movie where the guy thought he could hear his wife in white noise. Was it
White
just
Noise.
called White Noise? Yeah.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, that was really good too.
I haven't seen that in forever. Oh man, I need to watch that. White Noise. I love Michael Keaton is my favorite actor of all time.
All time? Straight up?
Mm-hmm. Whenever he comes out with a new movie, I need to watch it. I love Michael Keaton. I think Leo might be number 2.
I'm not really a Leo fan. Like, I respect his work, but I don't rush it to see anything he's in.
But for flick flops, before I get too off track, we are starting out with Wild Wild West with good old Will Smith. And from what I remember enjoying this movie. But it has a 4.9 out of 10 on IMDb.
I bet you he regrets rejecting The Matrix to make that movie now.
Oh, yeah.
And good old Kevin Kline. Whatever happened to fucking Kevin Kline? What's he doing with his life? The
last thing I seen him in was probably No Strings Attached as the horny dad.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I remember.
Right.
And a movie that I haven't seen in forever is Lost in Space.
I actually am very excited to do this because when I was in the hospital when I was a teenager for like a couple months, and that was the only movie I had to watch. And I watched it over and 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 over. Like, I could, if you put it on, I could probably still do like word for word.
Really? Wow. Yeah. I'm excited. Like, I feel like I did enough in the 2022 schedule where I get like the newer movies with At the Movies, where I just talk about my thoughts on them, older movies with Throwback Thursday, and then probably some movies and flick flops that I have not seen or seen in a long time too, because they are so hated.
Yeah.
So like 2022 is going to be great. It's going to be so much fun. And then our live stream, it's going to be a good year. It's going to be a good year. Speaking of, though, next year, Jeremy, are you excited for any new films to come out next year? Do you know what's coming out next year? Or? Kevin Kline was in Starling with Melissa McCarthy.
Not really. Like, not really. Nothing that I'm super, super, super duper excited about. Like Doctor Strange, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm a bit... Like, I'm getting a bit tired of having to, see something in a movie and then not see it paid off for a decade.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting a bit too old for that. Like, there's gonna come a time, if shit keeps going like this, in fucking Avengers 7 or 8, they'll set up something and I'm like, I'm not gonna make it. I don't think I will. And then never see it paid off. Nah, I'm getting over it. Like, I want some good, unique storytelling.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. I am excited for No Way Home. I really am. Probably.
It's already way too overhyped.
Oh, it is very hyped. It is.
Overhype, I think. Like, they're at a point even now that if they do everything perfectly that everybody wants, which is an impossible task to begin with, it still won't be good enough. It still won't. Yeah, but we didn't see insert fucking character here. Like, yeah, but it didn't have Deadpool.
Yeah,
or,
right?
Yeah, but it didn't have fucking Luke Skywalker. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's time for I'm super. I think you might be the only one, man. Like, Avatar's 10 years too late for me.
It is going to be a visually gorgeous film. I think it's going to be like 100 times better than Avatar, visually wise. Because he invented new technology for this film. So it's going to be gorgeous. But
he invented new technology for the last fucking film too.
Yeah, and it was gorgeous.
Sure. But that's like
I've seen Fern Gully. No, I'm with you, man.
Straight up, yeah. Like, I've seen that's the one I say too. There's a few
Dances with Wolves. Go even older.
Yeah, there's a few comparisons, but Fern Gully's my favorite.
Yeah.
I've seen Fern Gully, man. Like, what are they going to do in Avatar 3? They'll get halfway through the third act and it'll just be a giant CGI Lorax, just boom, 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 and just slapping around Stephen, what's his name? Oh, the white-haired badass motherfucker, Stephen.
Oh, Stephen Lang.
Stephen Lang, yeah. The third act of Avatar 3 is going to be a giant 30-foot CGI Lorax and Stephen Lang in one of those big mech suits. I'm calling it right now.
He died in the first one.
They're bringing him back.
Are they really? Is this news?
Well, it's old news. It might not even be true, but I did read that he is.
I think why I'm so butthurt about Avatar is because James Cameron's old. He did some great movies, and we're not going to get any new original movies from him.
No, this is going to be
Avatar 2, 3, 4, and wow. Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5.
This is going to be like the prequels to George Lucas. Like, I just have a feeling. Like, it's gonna look gorgeous, but be like shit blown through a window fan for 2.5 hours.
I heard the second movie is all underwater.
Cool story,
and
bro.
Like, it literally is underwater.
Don't care. Like, don't care.
So was SpongeBob.
Shania Twain. Don't.
I expect Avatar 2 will have 3D with no glasses.
I suspect Avatar 5 will be beamed directly into your brain.
I don't know 100%, but I feel like they would have to get like something to do with like new theater screens, because the screens are still screens. They won't be able to. They could do
it with two overlapped theater screens that are off shifted just a bit. It would have the same effect. Just have half the color palette on one, half the color palette on the other, essentially. I'm simplifying it greatly for anybody that knows anything about it. But it would work. You'd only be able to view it from certain angles, though. That's why they don't do it, I would suspect. But yeah, I'm great that people are excited for Avatar, but literally, like, the World of Warcraft movie, that was a good movie, but it was 12 years too late. Nobody gave a fuck about Warcraft by the time it was out. When did the first Avatar come out? 2003? 5?
No. It was 10? Like 9. I think it was 9. I'll search it up quickly. Pretty sure it was 9. Yep, 2009. Oh, yeah.
Okay. You name me another 15-year-old sequel. You name me another sequel that came out 15 years after the original that was any good?
Bad Boys for Life.
It was awful.
Oh, bullshit, it was awful. You
Go back-
watch your filthy mouth.
Go back to the tape. I did not like that movie. I thought it was very derivative of Michael Bay. The directors were just like, they just watched Bad Boys 2 on a loop until they figured out how to do their shots.
No, Bad Boys 2 didn't have a story, didn't have real character. This one did.
Okay, give me another sequel then. I know you can't right off the top of your head. Well, you might be able to, but
what about a prequel?
No. Are the Avatars prequels?
No, that's true.
I don't think I've ever seen a prequel that was any good. To be honest, I don't think so.
Oh, what, a prequel?
Yeah.
I like The Thing. The Thing is a good story and acting. They just completely fucked it with CGI. You don't take something like The Thing that, like, you know The Thing because of its practical effects work, and then completely wash the prequel over with CGI.
They did that in practical first, eh? And
Yep.
the studio made them redo it in CGI because they didn't think it was good enough and ruined it. Yeah, I can't think of a prequel that I liked. I can't. Off topic, have you seen the new Clifford movie?
Yep.
And?
Yeah, I watched it.
And? Okay, that's it, eh? Okay. Shit.
You know what? It wasn't horrible. It wasn't. I gave it 2.5.
Okay, that's your.
But I went into it expecting like a 1, because the 1 is like the lowest I'd like to go on movies. Unless it's like absolute shit, then I'll give it like half a star or 0.
Yeah.
But Darby Camp plays a little girl. She's cute. She's a really good actress. Jack Whitehall is actually really good in the movie too. I mean, I figured he would be because I really like Jack Whitehall.
I do too.
But him being in a kid movie, like this is a kid movie, was kind of weird. No stakes really. No real stakes in the film. Like I said, it's a kid's movie.
Isn't the plot like she loved Clifford so much that her love made him so big, and that some big corporation was going to try to reproduce that to get rich by just growing enough food to
stop world hunger?
Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty bland. Pretty bland.
Why have a mustache twirling villain? I mean, Tony Hall did a good job. Or is it Tony Hall? Tony Hale?
Tony Hale from
Tony
Community?
Hale. Yeah.
Yeah, Tony Hale.
Tony Hale did it well, but it's not on the lower of the totem pole for this year, but it wasn't anything special.
Mm-hmm. Very good. There you go. Patrick's 45-second review.
I cannot think of a good movie sequel that came aside from Bad Boys, because I like Bad Boys. I mean, you got Dumb and Dumber 2. You had Basic Instinct 2. You want to say
Grown Ups 2, but you can't because you know how my problems with it. Because Grown Ups 2 would be a pretty good sequel.
You like Grown Ups 2?
No, I said you would use Grown Ups 2 as an example, but I don't like it.
Oh, I don't like Grown Ups 2 at all.
Oh, I thought you did.
I fucking hate Grown Ups 2. I like Grown Ups. Oh, thank you. Boom. Blade Runner.
That's contested. I don't know which version of the original.
Yeah. What about Split, sequel to Unbreakable? If you can count that.
Unbreakable was amazing. Because Unbreakable buried the fucking lead the entire fucking movie.
Mm.
And then M. Night never made a good movie again.
For real?
I'm exaggerating. I mean, Signs was okay.
I liked, yes, not as good as that one. Not as good as the first two.
Except it didn't make
his
any
first
sense.
two are top two for me.
Yeah.
Split is good. I didn't like Glass a whole lot.
Neither did I.
Alyssa loved it, which was awesome. I'm glad she did, obviously.
Well,
Old
it felt so disjointed. Glass did.
Yeah.
I guess that's the point. Breaking Glass. I guess you could read it into it that way.
And I get what he's going for with the ending, like the what?
Yeah.
You don't do that to a character like David Dunn. I don't care.
Nope. Did him dirty.
The Color of Money with the Hustler.
I haven't seen either of those in so long.
I haven't seen either of them. Just
Ever?
in general.
The Color of Money.
I know of them.
The Color of Money is so good.
I'm gonna have to say false. Tron is a shitty looking movie, but I actually like Tron. Tron Legacy is a gorgeous looking movie with a shitty story.
Yeah, I agree with Patrick here. I do. It completely. Tron Legacy was eye candy, but had a script from my burrito shits last week.
Oh god.
Too graphic, good. That's what I was going for. Too graphic.
Escape from LA, sequel to Escape from New York, wasn't as good.
It was not as good. I thought you were going to say it was, and I'm like,
Super Troopers 2, nope.
Zoolander 2.
Psycho 2 from the original Psycho is pretty damn good. I don't know if you've seen the Psycho franchise. Ooh, I hit my button.
Actually, I thought of one. I'm sorry. I will eat my shoe. Left or right? Left. There.
Oh, there you go, folks.
Yeah. Ghostbusters 2 is better than Ghostbusters. Come at me. Because it is.
I don't know how to answer that. What?
It is.
Ghostbusters 2 is better than Ghostbusters.
Yes.
I wish I had like a hot take button or something.
You need one with me on this side of the screen because what? You didn't like Ghostbusters 2?
It's in the bottom of my ranking. Even with 2016.
That's rough. It's rough.
What is?
That it's at the bottom.
Oh.
It's tough. Okay, what about...
Well, yeah, and they're not 15 years apart.
No, they're not, but... No, I can't think of... Definitely can't think of anyone that far apart.
What about Force Awakens?
No, because that's not a direct sequel. It's part of a franchise with none of the same actors, directors, or creative team or studio. It's just a sequel in name only.
What about Fury Road? Mad Max Fury Road.
I think you got me. Because Fury Road's so good.
It's so good. Very, very, very good.
And then they had to fuck around and fire my girl, Charlize Theron.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah, fuck around and find out, bitch. I mean, good for her. She'll go on to do bigger and better things, I'm sure.
All right, here's an article. Bad Boys for Life and 34 other movie sequels that took too long to hit screens. We have Psycho 2, The Color of Money, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, Godfather Part 3, The Odd Couple 2, Blues Brothers 2000. What? For what one?
Blues Brothers 2000. It was good.
Oh, what about Clerks 2? Clerks 2 is better than Clerks. 12 years apart for those.
No, we're moving on there because
you don't like Clerks.
That has one too many donkey shows for me.
Rocky Balboa.
Wasn't near as Rocky Balboa still wasn't near as good as the first Rocky.
Live Free or Die Hard.
Really?
It's not better than the original one.
No.
It's better than Die Hard 2.
I don't know. Die Hard's hard. It is because they're so close in quality until you get up into
the fifth one.
Yeah.
Or do you not like 4?
Which one with
4 is with Justin Long, where he's the hacker.
Yeah.
And Timothy Oliphant's the bad guy.
That's when it started going. That's when the plane lost the pilot, and she was starting to run out of fuel.
It got a little too big, like him jumping on the plane and the plane's going down, and he's totally okay. Yeah, it's campy, it's weird, but I still have a lot of fun with it. Right off the top of my head, I would go 5, 2, 4, 3, 1. That's just off the top of my head.
It's close. I haven't seen a lot of the I haven't seen 3, 4, and I think I've only seen 5 once.
I've only seen 5 once. That's enough for me. I know it's shit. I'm not going back to it.
That was Jai Courtney, right?
Good old Jai Courtney, yep. And the biggest miscast ever.
Yeah, good old not Sam Worthington.
Yep. Out of the two of them, and unless they're doing comedy, because I feel like Jai Courtney is actually pretty good at doing comedy.
Yeah.
Sam Worthington's a better actor. Just
Agreed. R.I.P. to Captain Boomerang.
That was the role of his lifetime, man. James Gunn's like, nope, not today.
Not today, motherfucker.
What's your favorite action franchise?
Action franchise?
Yeah, since we were talking about Die Hard, I was just thinking because we're getting Lethal Weapon 5 next year.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
The only thing that has me excited, even the tiny bit, is Mel Gibson's directing it.
It's the only hope we have.
Yeah.
Action franchise.
The most steady so far, I would say, is Mission Impossible. Like quality level.
See, that's not where I'm at. Like, I'm talking about like Wesley Snipes' Blade. Is my favorite action franchise, probably.
Nice. You like the third one? No, I like the third one. I like that whole trilogy.
Yeah, the third one's a bit rough. Like the first one was so iconic, and the second one was off on the fucking path not taken, but Guillermo del Toro's holding the fucking torch, so I'm right behind him. And then the third one, I love Ryan Reynolds. And I love Jessica Biel. But if you've got headphones in listening to 2000s techno, you can't hear vampires coming up behind you.
And Wesley Snipes was high that whole fucking movie.
Like they had to drag him out of the trailer. Like prop him up. That's why he's wearing sunglasses in almost every scene.
Yeah.
Because he's just fucked.
Favorite action franchise, Fast and Furious.
I have very complicated feelings with the Fast and Furious franchise.
You know what? I would have to agree with that. Complicated feelings.
That's the best way to put it.
There are 2 movies in this franchise, almost 3, but there are 2 that to me are unwatchable. I will not go back to them.
2 is one of them.
Too Fast, Too Furious, and F9.
F9 was just too much.
Way too much. It was self-aware, which I get, like I
In
get it.
that doesn't make it better. That
No.
like I think that's what they were hoping for, but it doesn't make it better. Just because you know that you've done ridiculous shit and that you're normal people and that you call it out on screen.
It makes it lazy.
What's the screenwriting term for that? Hanging a lantern on it? Is that the right term? Hanging a lantern on it? When you point something out obvious to make it so that the audience knows that you know that it's not just a fucking shitty mistake or lazy writing. It's like hanging a lantern on it.
But it is lazy writing.
It
It
is.
still is. This is not a meta franchise. Why is this movie like that?
Okay, like in Fast and Furious 1, they're stealing DVD players off trucks from lowered Honda Civics. In Fast and Furious 9, they literally went to space.
They crashed a car through a satellite in space.
Somehow. And survived.
I mean, you know what? It was absolutely ridiculous, but sure, they took out a submarine and ate. Sure, okay, whatever.
It was starting to get, like when you start getting into the
actually, even seven's too much for me too, but I love 7 because I think it was the perfect
in parts.
Yeah, like the jumping skyscrapers.
Honestly, they lost me at pulling a fucking like a 50,000-pound safe with 2 chargers. They lost.
Oh, really? Fast 5? Yeah.
They lost. That's where I was like, I don't know if I was just getting more intelligent or the writing was getting dumber, but I'm like,
Fast 5's
inside that box.
Fast 5 is my favorite in the franchise.
I can't. My favorite's probably Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo Drift's my number. It's either 2 or 3. 2 or 3. Definitely an underappreciated film.
Like Fast and Furious 1, Tokyo Drift is the only other movie in the franchise that feels like anybody in their production has a passion for cars. Like actually knows. I know, Danger to Manifold is all bullshit, doesn't make any sense. That's fine. It looked cool at the time. But everything else in that franchise, like by the time they get to like London, or what was the one with Luke Evans? Which one was that?
6.
Yeah, so by the time they get to 6, they're just walking into hangars with all these fucking expensive cars. It's like, so you're not souping anything up. Like no one's working at the parts garage there where you buy your aftermarket NOS and shit. Like it's now we're driving McLarens and shit. Like no, like you lost me. Like it's no longer a car franchise. It's just a shit action franchise. Sorry, I said I have complicated feelings about Fast and Furious.
What about John Wick?
What about John Wick? Action franchise?
Yeah.
I wasn't the biggest fan of Parabellum.
Me neither. I mean, I liked it, but
one thing that I think Hollywood has forgotten is just because you leave people wanting more doesn't mean you should give it to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like John Wick should have been a one and done.
Okay.
Taken should have been a one and done.
Yeah. John Wick 2 is my favorite.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. Don't get me wrong. It is amazing. But I wish they didn't make it.
Right. I get you. Because it feeds the
it
feeds
just feeds
the audience.
The money machine.
Yeah.
It just feeds the money machine.
What's next? What's next?
Yeah, you're not seeing anything new. Before you know it, you'll have John Wick fighting fucking aliens in space. John Wick 9. Because where else are you taking it?
Yeah.
Like, just because you can do a thing doesn't mean you should do a thing.
I'm with you.
But in a world where just it's all franchise, it's everything's franchised. I just I know why, because it makes fucking money. Yeah. But I want more art than money. Like I want there's got to be a happier medium than this.
That is for sure. Matrix should have been a one and done.
Should have been a one and done. Even though Matrix 2, I think, was fantastic, and Matrix 3 was a convoluted pile of dog shit. But Matrix 2 was, I still wish it hadn't been made.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, I still want a sequel to Hancock, but I know I'll never get it, and that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't always need a sequel, for sure.
Just because you want a thing doesn't mean, yeah. I'm just repeating myself now, but.
I'm just looking up, like, Rocky definitely could have been a one and done.
Yep, even though there's great movies in that franchise.
Rambo, for sure. Because that first movie is nothing like what that franchise turned into. No. Nothing.
Well, that first movie also is not called Rambo.
Well, yeah, First Blood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like it was a character story, not an action film. I don't care what anybody says.
I would agree with that.
We have Men in Black, Expendables. Just they're so much fun, but I don't think any of them should have been made.
Any of them?
No. Like, I mean, I enjoy every single one of them. I do, but they're just so expensive looking and ridiculous that.
Do you know what those are? They're Werther's candies.
Werther's candies.
They're just the taste of nostalgia. They're just Werther's candies. Movies like that, they're just Werther's candies.
Yeah, I would agree. Rush Hour is up here.
Shanghai Nights and Shanghai Noon.
Yep. Predator.
Oh, fucking every horror movie you've ever watched.
What?
No, nobody fucking nobody milks a dead horse better than the horror community. There's 15. We made one horror movie based on a thing. We have to make 26 more.
Do you want to know the biggest example of that? I was going to say Hellraiser because there's 10 Hellraiser movies.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Halloween.
No, there's only 9. I mean, there's still 9.
Yeah, only movies.
9. All right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Do you know the Puppet Master?
Yeah.
Where the puppets come to life?
Yeah.
There's 15 of those fucking movies. 15 Puppet Masters. Like
independent thought has been gone from the horror genre for a long time.
Yep.
There's only so many ways you can murder a motherfucker. Like, really.
That's why I really want to, in the new year, I really want to do a video. Maybe I'll just do it here. It doesn't have to be a video. I think Ghostface is lame.
He is lame.
I like Scream. I like the first Scream movie. But Ghostface as a killer is so lame.
He's just a dude in a robe.
And he, it's a different person every single film. And some people are like, oh, that's so cool. I'm like, no.
No, it's always, no, it's not a different person. It's always Matthew Lillard under that mask.
Yeah.
In my mind, every time I see Ghostface, Matthew Lillard is under it.
Matthew Lillard he's my favorite. Well, no, he's not my favorite character because I love Randy because I feel like I am Randy, Jamie Kennedy's character.
Yeah.
But
Jamie Kennedy.
But yeah, it's a different person every film, like a different killer reveal. They stumble around, so it's not very scary, and it's always just stabby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe a hot take. I don't know. I was gonna do a video on it, but I don't have to. I can just do it here, and I'll talk about it when I do my ranking when the new film comes out. But I don't get why Ghostface is so high praised in the horror community as a killer. I just never got it.
Shouldn't be. Like in the new Scream, I would love to see fucking Dewey fucking hop in and fucking pull it a 9 and just smoke fucking Ghostface.
Right?
Drop them all on the grass. Credits roll. Movie 8 minutes long. Peace. Like, that's it.
In reality, though, I really want Courtney Cox to be the killer.
Really?
Because I think it would suit her character because she was always kind of a dick in those first 4 films,
Oh, I
and
thought you were
she
making
was
a plastic
always
surgery joke.
driving. What?
I thought you were making a plastic surgery joke.
She was always driving for the next story because she always wants to be relevant. What if, like, her and Dewey are divorced? He's still a cop in his town, but she's got like nothing. She can't get a writing job. She's lost. She doesn't know what's going on. And she goes back to Woodsboro, and then she sees Sydney's thriving. Sydney has her life together. She's doing fantastic. She has a family. And it just like, that is what Gail had with Dewey, but she's nowhere now. When did she have all this stuff? When Ghostface was around.
You can't do that.
You can't do what?
You can't do that because you'll immediately know it's Courtney Cox. All the other movies are all completely misdirects. Like Matthew, what was his character in the first one?
The first Scream is so obvious who the killers are.
Well, anyway.
From the get-go.
I don't think so. Well, I didn't think so when I was fucking 17 watching them, but
you probably didn't think so because you were expecting them to be the red herring. Like, the shit they say is, like, how do you kill somebody? At the very beginning of the film, Matthew Lillard's like, you drive a knife into them real deep, and then you take out, and you can see they're literally just describing it, and then Billy, Skeet Ulrich's character is like, easy there, bud, or something like that. Like,
yeah.
Or when they're they're intimidating Jamie Kennedy in the theaters or the movie store. R.I.P. movie stores. Goddamn.
R.I.P. Blockbusters. Do you remember the way they smelled?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that there will be a point in time where no one will know what a Blockbuster smelled like? And that's a sad thing. It's a very sad thing.
Well, kids today apparently don't even realize that they had colored movies in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, they refer to it as the late 1900s.
Yeah.
So, like...
did you see my post about Alex?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I watched Uncle Buck 4 times in one day. Because I haven't seen it in forever, so I put it on just for me.
John Candy for
Loved
life.
it. And then I just put it on again for background, and then Eleanor sat down and watched it, so I of course just sat down and watched it with her. Then I really wanted to show Alex when he got home. I was like, I really want to show you this movie. It's from the 80s, and I started playing it, and he was like, wait, where'd you say this was from? I was like, the 80s. He's like, they had colored movies in the 80s? I was like, and now I got to show him a little movie called The Wizard of Oz.
I was just going to say that, yeah.
In 1930s.
Yeah. And he's going to be like, what? Why haven't we cured all the diseases yet if we have color fucking movies since 1930?
Oh, my God. Although I did appreciate what he was like, oh, that's that guy from The Great Outdoors. I was like, yes.
Parenting.
Raising this kid right.
Parenting, right?
Oh, frig. I thought that was so... I lost it. I was... Oh, my God. Really?
Did you know you can't stream Elf anywhere?
Yeah, it's on Netflix, isn't it?
Mm-mm.
What?
Noelle is. Because it's a Netflix original, I think.
No, Disney Plus.
Noelle?
Yeah.
Okay.
With Anna Kendrick?
Yeah. It is on Disney Plus, that's right. Because I was looking last night for a friend. I was like, where? Like, it's Elf.
Right.
It's
yeah.
Elf. It's got to be somewhere.
I just watched it the other day, and I thought it was Netflix, but no, it was our good old pal.
Our secret media server guy.
Yeah. Yep. Oh man. Okay. You know what? I wanted to talk about this later on, like in the year. What are some of your Christmas movies that you watch every year? Do you watch Christmas movies?
Well, you know I'm not a big Christmas person.
Bah humbug.
You know, right? You know that. But I do like Die Hard. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Die
Hard is a Christmas movie.
Die Hard is an action movie that takes place on Christmas.
And like Shazam
is a superhero movie that takes place on Christmas.
No, it's a Christmas movie. Christmas movie. Hawkeye's been good for Christmas.
Oh my god.
What?
Jeremy, what is your traditional Christmas movies you watch? You know what? I can't say shit because I watch Krampus every year.
Right? Like I don't really like that's on. Like I'm like I know I'm being funny, but I'm also being honest. Like I don't really. There's nothing that I really watch for Christmas.
I watch The Santa Claus, the first one.
Right.
Christmas Chronicles, which is relatively new with Kurt Russell. It's on Netflix.
Oh, he's Santa in that one, right? Yeah.
Krampus, as I said. Elf, of course. And Christmas Vacation.
Well, Elf, that's just a movie about New York City.
Oh my god.
It's just based around Christmas.
He's an elf walking around. And at the
It's
end
Will
of
Ferrell.
it,
He's not
at
an
the
elf.
end of it, he shows his dad the true meaning of Christmas.
I mean, stuff like that happens in New York all the time. They should have called it the New York Story.
The New York Story.
Yeah. What about Miracle on 34th fucking Street or Avenue? Or
I like that one.
Which
I like the original.
Okay.
1947.
Which is the one where
they're both shot for shot. So if something happens in one, it happens in the other one.
No, it's a different movie. I think it's a different movie. Anyway,
Oh.
Sorry guys. Like I said, I'm not a Christmas movie aficionado. Do not hate me. But what's the one where a kid wants like a pellet gun or something? And
Christmas Story.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
A Christmas Story.
Yeah. Like a lot of people watch Home Alone, Nightmare on Christmas, I guess.
Talking about It's a Wonderful Life for a second.
A Wonderful Life, yeah.
I watched that movie. Honestly, I feel like Die Hard is more of a Christmas movie than that movie is. The only time this film takes place on Christmas is like the last 10 minutes, and it's an over 2-hour film.
I get that. It does take place during Christmas, like Shazam and Die Hard, like my other Christmas movies.
But just in the last like 10 minutes. Like the classic line, every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings. Like, I expected this to be the quintessential Christmas movie when I went in to watch it.
No.
It's all summertime, basically.
Fred
And I
Claus.
get the messaging behind it. Like, what he's learning the true meaning of Christmas. No, he's not. He's learning the true meaning of life. I didn't get it personally. It was a good movie. It was a really good movie. I enjoyed it. But for a Christmas movie, I didn't get it. Fred Claus is pretty funny.
Wonderful Life, isn't it? Jimmy Stewart?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. What a master he was. Holy fuck.
Oh, man. Yep. Vertigo's one of my favorite films.
Yeah. I've never seen Meet Me in St. Louis.
Me neither.
I'm sure we're going to learn all about it here in a second.
No, I haven't seen Meet Me in St. Louis either. So, Jeremy, what have you been watching? Did you tell me your actual like overall thoughts on Hawkeye?
I like it.
You like it? You're all for it now?
I was crying during the opening. Just because I just want more Marvel in my life, I guess. As much as I hate that it exists and hate that I need to watch every single morsel of it. And I like that this is going to be so down to earth. And I don't know. I find both of them so fucking likable too. Jeremy Renner and Haley Steinfeld. I find them just.
I really liked the role playing scene. The slow mo. Yeah,
it was pretty good. Pretty good.
When the girl runs into him, it would have been a comedic moment with him being like, "Oh my god!" But it was like,
like she got back up. He killed her, and she got back up, started fighting again. That's what I took from that. I'm like, listen, you're dead. Fuck off. Go. Them's the rules. I don't know. Pizza Dog was big in the comics, but I don't know. I also know that it's only 6 episodes, and it should be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna.
We only have 4 episodes left.
Yeah, that's it. I don't think Yelena's gonna come until like 6.
Yeah. Which is a damn shame.
It is. but it's going to be the Tracksuit Mafia right up until episode 5, I think. But at the end, in the next 2 episodes, we'll deal with that.
Yep.
And then in 5, it'll be like, okay, everything's all good. And then halfway through 5, something's going to happen, which is it'll be Yelena, but he won't know it's Yelena yet. And then either at the very end scene on 5 or the opening scene on 6, you're going to see Yelena. I think it's going to be very structured, very much like Falcon and the Winter Soldier was.
Okay.
Storytelling wise, I think it's going to be very structured like that.
I really want her to come in and do a superhero pose and be like, just do a clever line again. To Hawkeye, though.
Did you see his interview on, I think, Kimmel?
Yep.
Who? What?
Yeah.
It just.
And then at the end, so are we going to see you? What about this? Are we going to see you return as Hawkeye after this? Who? I love Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, he's so
a lot
great.
of people think he's an asshole because of the characters he plays, but like, there's so many actors that are just so down to earth that play like Dave Koechner. Do you know Dave Koechner, the comedy guy? He's bald.
Yeah.
He plays an asshole and like a comedic asshole and everything, but he's so down to earth.
So
like,
nice, yeah.
Steve Carell sometimes, like he played Michael Scott. He's kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
But, man.
I think Jeremy Renner's an asshole like I'm an asshole. Like, if I see an opening to say something funny, even though it's going to hurt someone's feelings, I'm going to do it. But it's all love. Like I'm not being, I won't make fun of you unless I care about you. So, type of thing. So.
He makes fun of me every day, guys.
Every goddamn day. Poor bastard.
Oh,
it's
God.
all right.
He gave me a little bit of shit for it because I didn't watch Hawkeye until today.
Right? I messaged him. I think we were talking, last night, was it? For a minute. And I was like, so what, like, just short, what did you think about Hawkeye? And he's like, I haven't watched yet. And I'm like, what the fuck? What did you do? What do you mean? Patrick didn't watch Hawkeye because he was probably watching some director we've never heard of, his very first fucking movie from 1953, because he's doing a ranking of 103 fucking movies or something.
No, I toned it back a lot. I toned my rankings back a lot for next year.
He's just catching his breath, guys.
This year, I'm toning it back because I'm still want to get prepared for next year, because I really want to get everything. Like, I got my schedule made. I got the new logo done. I got the new banner done. I got our shit figured out. Although I might have another video series that I might want your input on.
Okay.
I'll just do it here. Film Fight Club.
Say what?
Film Fight Club.
Oh, I heard you.
Where we either you pick a movie and I pick the other one, and we like battle which one is better, or we could just do it like different rounds where we talk about the story, we talk about the acting, we talk about the director, or we just simply just talk about a movie and talk about another movie and put them against each other.
We could do that.
Yeah, and like there's like ones that have like film twins, or there's remakes and originals, or there's one that I'm really excited to do is Rocky versus Rambo as franchises. Like I have
movie head to head. You would almost have to round robin that shit. Like you would.
Yeah. Like the idea's in the back of my head. It's been there for a long time, but I just don't know how to execute it solo.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe we could play around with that. I don't have any of those scheduled for next year. I did, but I took them out because I don't know how to structure them in my mind. Yeah. And but yeah, it's just basically like top, like when I do a top 5, it'll be top 5 performances of a certain actor, not necessarily the movie. Yeah. I got top 10 movies, and I'm really excited. I touched on this a little bit. really excited to do like my in memoriam video or the celebrating the life of video, where
Yeah.
I take a fallen actor or actress or director or even writer and like just celebrate their art, celebrate their work, and talk about them. I'm going to try to do one every second month because I feel like they're going to be big videos.
Yeah.
Um, First one up is going to be Heath Ledger.
Big, huge.
Yeah.
What's the first movie you saw Heath Ledger in?
A Knight's Tale.
Me too. Paul Bettany too.
Yep.
Actually. All right, hold on a second. I have to take a bio break. I gotta run away.
He's left us and he's never coming back. Yeah, see, like that is also a good one. Just things like that. And if you have more ideas, hit me in the comments because I'm looking for more. It's a really cool concept. Like I have the idea film fight club, and like both go in, one comes out, and we just explain our thoughts of why we think that one is the best. Like there's a lot of versus concepts out there on YouTube, so it's not like a complete original idea, but I want to make sure we can make it our own. And it would be a lot of fun if like we didn't do it super seriously. Like if Jeremy just picked a movie and I picked a movie and we had to come up with why it is better. I actually think that might be the way to go for it, but we shall see. I don't even know if I've heard of Iron Eagle. Iron Eagle, 1986. That's a good one.
I just missed it.
Oh, they gave us two. Big Lebowski versus Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And Iron Eagle versus Top Gun.
Ooh, Iron Eagle. I remember that.
Do you know what I think would be more fun? Where we when we come up with the two movies, we just flip a coin, and then whoever calls it gets the choice of what movie they defend.
That's fair.
I think a defending point of view would be a lot more fun than us just talking about our thoughts.
Yeah.
I think that'd be different. I think that'd be really cool.
Like actually put the film on trial.
Yeah.
Of. Yeah. Have a prosecution and a defense.
That'd be cool.
And then at the end, let them be the judge, unless one of us clearly wins.
Yeah.
So we're running a bit long for time, as I can see, but I did watch a movie yesterday that I've been wanting to see for a while.
Okay.
And Patrick has watched it. And I'm going to go ahead and say that it's probably the director's best film.
The director's best film. What do we got?
Cop Shop.
Oh, shit. Okay. Director's best film. You know what? I might agree with you.
Right?
It's stylistically, it's beautiful. The action in it is fantastic. Every single character got backstory. So you cared about every single character.
Yeah.
Maybe not whether they lived or died, but
no,
you still cared. You wanted to see them on screen. Yeah, man. Cop Shop was great. Actually, now that you said that, I want to go see where I put it in my ranking.
Highly recommend Cop Shop. It stars, while Patrick's looking that up, it stars Gerard Butler and Frank Grillo. If you'll probably be familiar with Gerard Butler. If you're not familiar with Frank Grillo, he has been in He was in the Marvel Universe as what was his name?
Crossbones.
Crossbones, that's right. Crossbones. He was in the Purge, the second Purge movie, Purge 2.
Purge
and
Anarchy,
election,
yep.
And Election Year, I think he was in. He's been in another one of my favorite Joe Carnahan movies, Boss Level. He's just an all-around good character actor and one of my favorite character actors currently working. In this new movie, Cop Shop, it is all pretty much filmed in a police station. And it's really subtle. A lot of it's pretty blatant, blow up, bang, smashy. But there's some subtleness to it too, especially from. I should have looked it up before, but his best film is Boss Level. I liked Cop Shop better. I liked Cop Shop better because I really loved the 70s vibe. I really thought it was going to be a period piece until they got to the fight where they broke up, the wedding or whatever that they broke up.
When you say the 70s vibe, I'm so glad you said that, because while I was watching it, I got John Carpenter's Assault on Precinct 13 vibes.
I got a little bit of that. I also got, it's the same vibe Good Guys had with Ryan Gosling and Gladiator there.
Russell Crowe,
yeah. Same kind of just vibe, and the color palette was very 70s, and it was even right down to the script. The banter was very 70s, wasn't it?
Yep. Everything, like the dialogue was super tight. Gerard Butler might be at his best here. Maybe not necessarily acting chops wise, but because acting wise, he was flawless. He did a fantastic job. I'm not saying that, but he didn't really have to give much. He was the gritty, hard guy. But that being said, he's been in a shitload of stuff. This is probably the best I've seen him since Law Abiding Citizen.
Yeah, it was a really, and I know it's kind of cliche to say, but it was a really return to form from Gerard Butler of 15 years ago. His performance was mostly subtle. I liked everything really, but I liked the line reading where that's the difference. That's a psychopath. Speaking of Toby Huss. Holy fuck, fun. Woo! He had fun.
Oh, did he ever? Did he ever? Oh my god.
I'm just the balloon guy.
Oh no, help, he just fell over. You say he just fell over? Well, to clarify, I shot him in the head first, and then he fell over.
I like that too.
What?
When he shot him in the head and he kind of stood up and he was he didn't realize that he was.
Yeah.
He stood up and was trying. It's
I love that he shot him in the head, and then he goes to the computer. He's like, look, yeah. He's like, look at that.
Yeah, I like the Toby Huss line reading of what I wouldn't give to know what's running through your head right now. Boom.
Oh my god. He's like, I'm going to get in there. And he just looks over at Frank Grillo. You see the difference now?
Yeah.
That's a psychopath.
Yeah. And Valerie was her name? What was her last name?
Valerie Young.
Young.
Alexis Louder.
Yep. Holy fuck. Give her more work. As much work as she wants.
Do you think it was sequel baiting?
No. Maybe a little bit, but
it could have been. But if they didn't do anything, they let the audience do whatever they wanted, I think it's just telling us that she's gonna take him in, she's gonna arrest him after all that. That's where my mind was at. I'm like, do I want to see more? Yes.
Well, I couldn't tell if they were heading towards each other or she was chasing him. The way they had it, I couldn't tell. So I don't know. And I like the split screen with the song.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
I love when that shit works. Because it doesn't always work. You have to have.
Sorry, Cop Shop made my top 10.
I have to go. I seriously have to go back through and look at all the movies I've watched because I don't.
I haven't seen Den of Thieves.
Den of Thieves was good. You haven't seen Den of Thieves?
Whenever a rapper is in a film, it throws me. I don't get excited about it. And I'm not talking about O'Shea Jackson Jr. I'm talking about 50 Cent. 50 Cent's in that movie, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because in my mind, whenever they put any, like, not just rappers, but it's typically a rapper, if they put a musician in a film, I'm just like, because typically they're not very good.
You've never seen Mermaids with Cher?
No.
What? You have to watch Mermaids.
I've seen Moonstruck. Moonstruck's good.
Moonstruck. Who was she, or who was with
Nicolas
her?
Cage?
Yes, that's right. Moonstruck.
Okay, I'll give Den of Thieves a go then. They're doing a sequel, right?
No, it's good. It's really it's good. What's that movie? That heist movie with Denzel Washington.
Inside Job?
Yeah.
Or Inside Man.
Inside Man, yeah. That's on Netflix, and I almost watched it the other night.
That's a Spike Lee film, which I did not know. Because it doesn't really feel like a Spike Lee film.
It doesn't. And most Spike Lee films feel like Spike Lee films.
I was gonna do a director or ranking of a director because he got a new film coming out next year. And I looked at their filmography and I was like, nope, that is way too many films. I cannot do it.
I might try Wheel of Time.
Okay.
It's been recommended to me by a friend, by the Jedi, actually. He asked me if I was watching it. And I said I wasn't. And he said, I've watched a few episodes and it might end up being a good fantasy TV show. So, and they are very far and few between.
Oh, like and Jeremy, just out of curiosity, what streaming service is that on?
That is on Amazon Prime Video, everybody. That's on Amazon. That's Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime Video. If you pay for Amazon Prime, you have Amazon Prime Video. Go check it out. Watch Upload and The Boys while you're there.
Yes.
Moving on. I was really, really, really happy with Cop Shop. I was.
Yeah. And it had a lot of hype going for it because me and you both were really excited about that film. And I started watching it, and like when I sent you that it was great, Gerard Butler literally got to the jail. And I was like, this movie's all I ever wanted it to be. Like it,
right? Like, and Teddy really is a piece of shit.
Yeah. Which I was happy about.
Yeah, like I'm glad they did it. Like, he could have just went to get the object that he was sent for and come back like he was told. But it rang so much more true to character that he did what he did instead of doing that.
I agree. Yeah, I really, really like. I haven't watched a whole lot of new films. Like I said, I don't really have time because I want to get next year. I want to start off with a banger next year. But some movies I did. King Richard. King Richard's really good. If
no one's watching it, it's awful.
Yeah, I know. It's awful that nobody's watching it, or it's awful that's
no, it's awful. That's no one watching, but it might help Will's awards.
A lot of people are saying they really wish it focused more on Serena and Venus, more so than.
Well, it's not called fucking Queen Williams, is it? It's called King Richard.
But I think it did do a lot with those, mostly Venus, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think it did fine. The film showed us their childhood and where they grew. I was a little bit worried, like, was he actually this nice of a guy? Did he actually like do this for his? He was. All the sisters were producers or executive producers on the film, and they in interviews said this, like, Will Smith spent 6 months with the family before filming started.
Yeah.
Like
just to
he
get
really cared
acclimated
about.
to the mannerisms, and just to make
Yep.
sure that
I was really well. Actually, I don't think I've seen Will Smith in anything where I thought he deserved an Oscar. He himself was really pissed off about concussion that he didn't win.
yeah.
He was good. He was really good. I was just like, yeah. This one, he might have it this year because I haven't seen a whole lot this year.
There's not a lot of competition,
No,
really, that I've seen, but I don't
which
see
is
a lot
sad
of
to say
awards.
because like he's a really good actor. He deserves it, but
Hmm.
I also thought Leo deserved it before The Revenant.
At
Little
least he
film
got it.
called Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, little film.
Yeah, you're right. At least he got it. Speaking of, are you excited for Adam McKay's movie that's dropping on Netflix soon? Don't Look Up.
I watched trailer. It looks promising. It
Yeah,
does. It looks
like a
promising.
satirical disaster film.
It looks like Thank You for Smoking, but disaster film is what it looks like.
Yep.
Is what it looks like. That's the vibe I'm getting. And Thank You for Smoking is my favorite one of my favorite movies of all time. It's just like, well, I'm a big fan of satire anyway, so.
You know what's sad? I recorded my Jason Reitman ranking, and I forgot to post it. just when way.
Patrick, everybody. Patrick, everybody.
Frig. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's see if I still have the list here.
Yeah, if you guys are curious, you should always check Facebook and YouTube because Patrick just posts sometimes both, sometimes one and not the other.
Yeah.
You know,
Sometimes
not
neither.
at all. Sometimes not at all.
Thank You for Smoking, I think, was my third.
Speaking of, this is my third water. Like, this is
Ghostbusters 2 came in second, or not Ghostbusters 2, Ghostbusters Afterlife came in second place.
Mm-hmm.
Number one is Juno, because it hits close with me.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Oh, yeah, teen parents.
Yeah.
All right, do you want to open it up to the chat for 10 or so minutes?
Let's do 7 minutes and 40 and 17, 16, 15, 14 seconds.
All right, hour and 50. We're going to go for an hour and 50 minutes. Opening up the chat to any Q&A because this is a Q&A stream too.
Yeah, because there goes my bedtime reminder going down. Bedtime reminder. Yeah, let me know. I know I'm a freaking record on repeat, but tell me what you guys are watching.
I'm watching a lot of movies, and I'm still trying to I have it in my head. I'm like, I'm gonna watch Squid Game tonight. Nope. I'm gonna watch this tonight. Nope. So what I'm trying to do is, because I'm not doing a whole lot of videos until next year, we're gonna just be doing live streams, and I'm gonna get my Patreon videos out. Speaking of, my Makoto Shinkai ranking is now up on YouTube. It was up early release on Patreon, but now it is on YouTube. I just did that today, so if you want to check that out, gorgeous films, Jeremy. Have you seen any of them yet?
I watched Your Name, I think.
Okay.
But that's it. That's all I've watched.
You should. It's only 48 minutes. You should go and watch The Garden of Words. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Oh my God. It's not my number one, but fucking beautiful.
Well, I watched 7 episodes of Walker, so I definitely need something to watch. Cop Shop. I watched Suicide Squad again within the last
Suicide Squad or The Suicide Squad?
The Suicide, the newest one. The Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah.
Watched that recently. But I haven't been really. I'm not one to rewatch shows either. I know some people, such as my girlfriend, will watch the same 3 series over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. But once I watch something, it's a one and done. Like, I'm done. It's in the bank. Need something else.
I just realized that's awesome that we got 2 Joe Carnahan movies this year.
I know.
And
I hope
they're
this is a
both
trend. Good.
baller. Yeah.
Yeah. But they're both underrated. Or definitely underappreciated. Because I've never heard anybody else but us talk about either Boss Level or...
On Letterboxd, it's got a 3 point, or Boss Level. Boss Level has a 3.1, which is low,
Why?
I think.
Why?
And Cop Shop. Come on now. Cop Shop has a 3.1.
Why? Why? Why all the hate?
It has, hold on, let's see. It has 115 one-star ratings. Let's see here. See if there's any reviews. Reviews. Sort by lowest first. What a stupid movie. From start to finish, this flick is beyond acceptable logic. Instead, a billion bullets seem to fly all around and doesn't seem to hit anyone, except stupid cops who can't perform their duties in any way that seems realistic. Not even fake cops are this stupid. The acting is so weak, and of course, Butler is being a way over the top, stupid villain and in this stinker. Why is this guy still getting acting gigs?
Okay. Someone needs to wash his pajama pants and maybe have a shower.
Another one. Anti-film. The most annoying film maybe ever. Butler doesn't even butler in this one. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Basically, the Olympus Has Fallen, the Has Fallen franchise is butlering.
Somebody said Wish version of Assault on Precinct 13.
That's kind of fair. That's kind of fair, I guess.
Standout performance from Alexis Louder. Her monologue in the third act makes this film worth watching.
Yeah.
Half a star for the transphobia that made me want to kill myself. Transphobia?
I don't remember any transphobia in that.
Me neither. I don't remember anything of that nature.
Anybody else that's watched it? Anybody?
Another piece of evidence that Joe Carnahan makes the movies that people accused Tarantino of making in the 90s. Gleefully violent, full of gun fetishing, disturbing psychopaths, paper-thin characters, and almost empty plot. At least this isn't as sexist as his other movies. What movies are... Oh, and everybody's... You know what? Everybody has their opinions. That's
Even
okay.
though they're wrong. Even though they're wrong.
No, sir.
Wow.
No, sir. Not at all. Not at all. I am... Well, you know what? To be honest, for one, you're paying for it. But also, I love watching new films. Some of them might be bad, but you want my honest opinion on them, and I will be sure to... I just love watching movies in general. And weird movies, I'm all for that.
Have you watched R100 yet?
No, I'm going to this week, and
I almost watched it the other night. Almost.
Almost?
Yeah. I had it up on Tubi, but then I got sidetracked doing something else. It doesn't seem like a very fun watch, but...
The stars of Your Name, like the characters, have a cameo in Weathering with You.
Ooh.
Weathering with You is my number one, Jeremy. Spoiler.
Yeah. I will have to check it out. Definitely. Need something better to watch than Walker.
You know what, Jeremy? Just off the top of your head, what is a movie that you absolutely love?
Bumblebee.
You want me to...
You said off the top of my head. Stop.
All right, let's do... Sorry, I'm not going to do that one. Do you want to do Warrior or Chef?
For what?
I'm going to see if people have bad reviews for them. Just real quick.
Warrior for that.
Warrior?
Yeah. Because I can see people not understanding Chef. Like, at least it's not Bradley Cooper yelling at people, but that was a burn on burnt, by the way, just in case.
Hey, I like burnt.
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's see. What's a relatively short one? Because there's a lot of long ones here.
We're at 150 there, Patrick. You're just
all right,
burning
this one.
daylight.
I cannot stress enough how terrible this film is. The screenplay was plagued by cringeworthy dialogue and all-around terrible writing. I'm not sure what message the director was trying to convey, but it seemed confused as the whole film is a complete mess. The silver lining to this film is Nick Nolte's performance as a troubled alcoholic father, although even his acting can't distract you from the abomination that is Warrior. I hate shitting on films like this, but there is no way I can give this film any credit beyond Nolte's performance. Avoid this film unless you want to sit in absolute misery for 140 minutes. I don't get it.
What?
I don't get it.
Like, I get it. Art is subjective.
And Warrior has a 3.9.
What?
A 3.9.
What? I'm confused. A 9.3.
No, I'm sorry. A 3. When I'm saying these for Letterboxd, they're out of 5.
Okay, I just had a stroke. That's rough for me. I'm like, what?
I am.
Oh my fuck! No.
I am. I like the Jackass movies.
I would rather something original than something from fucking 15 years ago. Again, I'm just repeating myself, but listen, I'm all for nostalgia and shit. I get it. I understand the lure. It's for making fucking middle-aged people like myself feel young because they see something they saw when they were young. But I'm too smart for that shit. I get it. Like, I see right through it. Like a sheer curtain. I see what you're trying to do, but you're not blocking any sunlight.
I have not seen this movie yet, but I really want to because I think she's going to put on a fantastic performance, and I'm intrigued to see the story, but I have not seen it yet.
What is this movie called?
Oh, the Unforgivable?
Who is this person?
Sandra Bullock gets convicted of murder when she was really young, and then she gets released and she goes back to her hometown where everybody remembers her, and it's kind of like a redemption story for her. It's got Sandra Bullock, Viola Davis, Vincent D'Onofrio. Like, it's star-studded cast. I'm not sure who directed it. Yeah, it is The Unforgivable. And it was directed by... Oh, I don't know. Nora something.
Sorry. Nora Jones, everybody. Nora Jones. Not Nora Jones. Just joking. Sounds a little like Man Without a Face with Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
A little bit not. Like a little bit not. Which I really... I haven't seen it since it first came out, and that wasn't yesterday. And I still have... Like, it made that much of an impression.
Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one. But guys, I think we will let Jeremy go get some sleep now.
Yeah, it's time. Sorry, guys.
Thank you all so much for being here. This is a lot of fun as always.
As always.
Jeremy, any last words?
I don't know, Patrick. You're better with the last words than I am.
Alrighty, guys. If you're not a subscriber yet and you're watching this soon, be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to all the content I am producing. Very, very big next year. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be so much fun. But until we see you next time, remember, when talking about movies, be a fan, not a critic.
Bye, guys.
Peace.